this video, we're leaving Tokyo behind and heading to Osaka to see what the city is all about, from the food to the must-see spots and everything in between. We purchased our Shinkansen tickets once we arrived at Tokyo Station. Since we were buying them the day of, there was actually a bigger price difference between the reserved and non-reserved seats. So we decided to go with the non-reserved option, and it ended up working really well for us. The train that we boarded had about 5 cars allocated to non-reserved seating, and since Tokyo is the departure station, we had no trouble finding seats together. Overall, the Shinkansen was fantastic. There was plenty of legroom, the seats reclined surprisingly far, and the ride itself was so incredibly smooth. We were also lucky enough to catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji along the way, which was really special. Before boarding, we picked up a couple of bento boxes for the ride. The food was good, but honestly, since the trip was only about 2.5 hours, I don't think it's totally necessary unless you're already hungry or know you'll be hungry. We tried both a cold and a self-heating bento, and while the heating feature was really cool in theory, the food only got to about room temperature. The container itself felt hotter than the meal. Overall, still good, but probably something I'd skip next time. After arriving in Osaka and walking around for a bit, we decided to try okonomiyaki for dinner. This is often described as a Japanese savory pancake. It's made with a batter of cabbage, eggs, and flour, and then mixed in with different ingredients. You could have pork, seafood, or noodles depending on what you order. I think we just did the pork option for this one. At this restaurant, everything was cooked right in front of us on a hot griddle, which made the experience really fun to watch. You don't have to worry about cooking it yourself or whether or not it's ready. The staff will let you know when it's ready to eat. It was our first time trying it and we thoroughly enjoyed it. It's such an interesting and comforting dish, and it definitely feels like something you have to try when visiting Osaka since it's one of their specialties. I did want to see how I can make this at home because it does seem very simple and I did really enjoy it. Unfortunately, it was raining quite a lot this evening. We still walked around Dotonbori for a bit and grabbed a few snacks. We of course had to get some takoyaki, which was so hot I definitely almost burned my mouth here, but it was so good. We also picked up a melon pan with matcha ice cream for dessert, which was such a good combo. The next morning, we headed to Osaka Aquarium, but of course had to stop for breakfast first. We ended up going to what we thought was just a random shop and ordered a couple items, but it turned out to be not so random. I noticed a photo on the wall that looked so familiar and I thought, is that Toronto? And sure enough, it was. I would recognize that streetcar anywhere. I looked it up later and apparently the shop is called 9 Borden, named after a share house in Toronto that the owners had previously stayed at. I just thought it was such a random serendipitous moment. After that, we made our way to the Osaka Aquarium. The building itself is massive. So cool in here. I wasn't sure about coming here, but I highly recommend. I could sit here all day and just watch the fish. coral exhibit was probably my favorite. It really reminded me of Finding Nemo. There were so many familiar looking fish in there. The building itself is massive and the main exhibit is designed as a spiral, so as you walk through you gradually move downward and get to see the tanks from different levels and perspectives. One thing I really appreciated was how large and thoughtfully designed the spaces were, each representing different regions of the Pacific Ocean. I was completely mesmerized by all the fish. I honestly feel like I could have sat there all day just watching them swim.
Whoa, 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 it's eating a fish.
Oh. Oh my god, it's going so fast now. I wonder if it pissed it off. And I was like, I'm just gonna eat you, I'm bigger. I haven't seen them eat each other in here.
I know.
Oh, look at it. It's so big. Look at this big guy. I know aquariums and zoos can bring up mixed feelings for people, and that's definitely something worth thinking about, but for us it was still a really memorable experience and gave us the chance to see some sea animals that we probably would never encounter otherwise. I kind of want to go up there, but I feel like it's going to take a long time. So that was amazing. I highly recommend, if you are in Osaka and you're looking for something to do, to go to the aquarium. I loved it. Look, the fishies, the otters, the seals, the penguin, so cute. Highly recommend. Before heading back to Dotonbori, we grabbed this random ice cream sandwich and it ended up being one of my favorite desserts from the entire trip. I don't know how they do it, but the wafer was so crispy, even though it was frozen. It had such a crunch to it still. We still think about this ice cream all the time. I cannot wait to have it on our next trip. After the aquarium, we made our way to Dotonbori Street, this time with much nicer weather. It was great seeing the area in the daylight and finally spotting the iconic Glicoman sign, which is one of the most recognizable landmarks in Osaka. We spent some time walking around, trying a few snacks, and just taking in the energy of the area. Dotonbori is definitely a must-see, but I was not prepared for how busy it gets, especially along the Shinsaibashi shopping street. Just something to keep in mind if you're planning your visit. After walking and snacking for a while, we headed over to Denden Town, which is basically Osaka's anime and electronics district. It's often compared to Akihabara in Tokyo, with lots of anime stores, arcades, and shops selling figures and collectibles. If you are into anime or gaming, it's definitely a fun area to explore. For dinner, we decided to try Kura Sushi. They had a great selection of food, not just sushi. The service was really fast and the prices were very reasonable as well. To end the night, we grabbed a couple of tarts from Pablo's Cheesecake. I highly recommend trying it out. The line may look long, but it definitely moves really quickly, so don't worry about it. Good morning from Kuromon Market. We are going to eat our way through the market, hopefully. We did put laundry in close by, so 2 birds with 1 stone this morning. Let's go. Like it. Oh, there's another one. Worth it? Should we get more?
From another place.
These are like really big pieces of fish.
I'm trying to go to that one.
So good. So tender. I thought the conveyor belt sushi was good, but I was like, oh no, this is amazing. I had been wanting to try eel during this trip, so we decided to go for this eel in tamago. The owner actually took the one on display and put it in the microwave, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little worried we had made a bad decision picking the stall, but it ended up being so good. The eel and tamago were absolutely delicious and I enjoyed every bite. I had never tried eel before this trip, but now I'm kind of obsessed. Wow, that's really nice. Oh my god, I wish I had a skewer. Or I'm gonna get another skewer. The egg is really good too. Wow. So I wonder if all of them, all of the ones that make eel, do they all taste the same? That's really good. I want more. I think when we get the laundry, we'll go and get more. My last piece.
Oh my.
Oh, they have uni. Oh, sure we don't eat the staples. It's so bright. I've never seen dragon fruit like this. I've also never had dragon fruit, so.
It's better than what we get back home.
I still don't know if I love it, but it is really good. Very soft. I thought there'd be more flavor.
Very mild. I think that's just how dragon fruit is.
Okay, off to the next. So we picked up fried sweet potato chips. We love Japanese sweet potato. I've seen this online. I've always wanted to try it. And they put a mix of sugar and salt on it. Mmm.
I like cheese.
Mmm. Crispy, delicious, really good. Like it?
Tastes like plain.
I know, I thought the way people describe Kobe would be like
Melting.
so buttery and melting. So I'm just like, well, I don't know. Flavor's good.
The flavor is good. It was really good. This last piece is better.
Yeah, that last piece tasted a lot better than the first. I mean, they're both still good, but the last one just tasted better. Okay, off to the next. Funny enough, there's also a grocery store inside Kuromon Market that had a really great selection of sushi at more affordable prices. They had a good selection of everything, to be honest. There was a lot of different meats in there, a lot of fruits and drinks. So of course I had to try more tuna. It wasn't quite as good as the 1800 yen one we had earlier, but honestly, not that far off. It was still really fresh, had a generous portion of fish, and was about half the price. If you've been to Osaka, what's a must-try food that we missed? you're staying nearby and need to do laundry, I'd actually recommend dropping it off and then walking around Kuromon Market while you wait. It was such a great way to knock out two things at once.